What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. Last night, Kanye West dropped a new record titled Facts. It's produced by Metro Boomin and Southside, and it was the talk of, Twitter and, social media last night. Naturally, Kanye West drops a record and, everybody got to go crazy about it. So, is the record good? I would say, honestly, the record is decent at best. It's kind of Kanye West trying to be what Drake and Future did with, What a Time to Be Alive. He says Yeezy, Yeezy, Yeezy just jumped over Jumpman. And, it's like just weird that Kanye West, of all people, an innovator of so many different styles and, so many different sounds, is reduced himself to doing records that sound like Future should be doing them. I don't know. I don't want to. If I'm gonna hear Metro Boomin and Kanye West and even Southside, I want to hear something that fits into Kanye's originality. I don't want to hear something that sounds like Future should have been on this, or Drake should have been on it, or anybody that Metro Boomin works with should have been on the record. And that's what the vibe of Facts gave me. So it got me thinking: is Kanye West musically lost at this point in his career? And I think after 2015, it's safe to say that he is. He dropped only one at New Year's last year, and then he gave us All Day. He previewed Wolves, and he did Fade with Ty Dolla $ign and Post Malone. And those last two records aren't out in CD quality, but those are two of the records that people are always talking about Kanye needs to put out. Kanye did I guess it was either Kim doing a live stream and Kanye was there, or vice versa. And from what I've seen on my Twitter timeline, people were saying that Kanye was still working on Wolves. You can hear it. So I think that'll make SWISH. It was probably, out of all the records that he dropped, one of the most anticipated ones. And I know fans are going to want to have a CD quality, and I think that's why he hasn't put it out. He's holding it back for SWISH. But at this point, I don't know what SWISH is going to sound like. All the records, all the singles that he's dropped, and granted, these are not singles that are going to be on the album per se. All these singles have sounded different. And Kanye has never been the type to just put out a bunch of random singles. If you look at his discography, he's always, he just prides himself on quality over quantity. And that's why you don't get like every artist drops so much music, you'll get random freestyles and stuff here and there and there. Kanye is one of those artists that kind of focuses on creating a body of work and then presenting that to the public. He's not about, dropping all these random singles, so that indicates to me that he's kind of fishing for a new sound. He's trying to see what is going to work, and the only way to do that is to throw out stuff to the public. For the first time also, I don't feel like Kanye has somebody in his corner to really push him musically. Granted, you could say Travis Scott, but let's be honest here. Travis Scott is not, a Kid Cudi. He's not going to usher in something amazing. I know he had a hand in Yeezus, and to me, that was the only album that I didn't like from Kanye. And I know a lot of people would disagree with that, but, Travis Scott is definitely not like a Kid Cudi. He doesn't have that creativity to really push Kanye, and Kanye has always had someone of some caliber in that way, shape, or form. In the early days, he had, Consequence and GLC and, people like that. And now he doesn't. And another thing that I think Kanye is struggling with is because now he's broken into the fashion world. And this is something that if you watch his interviews back in 2013, the Zane Lowe one, he really wanted to do fashion and he was being shut out. And now, he's coming out with his own fashion line and his own shoes, and they're being successful. To an extent to where it's like that is his main focus now. He wants to continue ascending in the fashion world, and that takes away from the music. Kanye's always been focused on his music, and that's why it's so good, because he wasn't focused on music and acting and doing this and doing that. He was focused on the music, and now that he's focused on the fashion world, I feel like music is secondary for him. There's just been a lot of changes in Kanye's life. I mean, he had his second kid this year. The fashion stuff, of course. And I think personally, I just think he needs to focus on the fashion world and come back strong when he feels like he has something amazing. Not saying that Swish won't be amazing because I don't know what it's gonna sound like. Nobody does. Maybe he just threw out the single, as a little fun type of record, and then the album has a concept. I know he was on Twitter talking about don't ask him for a favor. He's really focused on the album, so hopefully that's the case. Um, but I think currently he's just kind of lost. He needs to either step back and focus on the fashion world, or be just kind of, I don't know, focus on the music and bringing some new type of people, um, some really innovative people. I don't know, like I've seen him work with Post Malone and Young Thug, and they're innovative in their own way, but I don't think they're innovative in a way that can help Kanye besides maybe a collaboration. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts on Kanye's 2015 going into Swish 2016. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you feel like Kanye is lost musically as well, or do you disagree with everything I'm saying? Let me know in the comment section below, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video, follow me on Twitter at Sermons Domain. As always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.